Hey everybody, I just wanted to make this video for those of you that are targeted individuals because I know that some of you may not watch my other videos on biblical fulfillments and end time stuff. So I just wanted to bring this to your attention because this book right here was published in the year 1723. And it's called the Monita Sacrita, or the Secret Instructions of the Jesuits. And the Jesuits are a religious group that I think originated during the Holy Roman Empire, and they swear allegiance to the Pope. And this book right here was written by an ex-Jesuit who describes some of the exact methods of the organized stalking and harassment that we're experiencing now. So we're just going to look at chapters 10 and 11. If you want to read the whole thing, it's on openlibrary.org. I'll try to remember to leave the link below. But here it's saying it will be necessary to dismiss as an enemy of the society anybody who has alienated their devotees or friends of their churches or persuaded any rich person or any person well disposed to do so. And then it says also those who at the time of disposing of their property have shown greater affection for their relatives than toward the society. And that refers to something that they mentioned earlier in the book. And I don't have time to go into with you guys right here, but I am going to upload some more videos this weekend going through this. But earlier in the book, they talk about certain members that they try to manipulate into giving all of their property and wealth to the society. And here it's saying, okay, if, basically if they approach someone and try to manipulate them into giving their property and wealth to the society, and that person shows a greater affection for their relatives, meaning, let's say, for example, that person has a house and property that they want to leave to their child, and the society approaches them and wants them to leave their property and wealth to the society, and they respond saying, well, no, I'd rather leave it to my child. That what they're saying right here is that they will dismiss that person as an enemy if they'd rather leave their property to their children, for example. But it says, but because that's basically not a just reason for dismissing somebody, it says, but that they may not afterwards complain of the cause of their dismissal, let them not be dismissed immediately. Instead, let them be harassed with chapters and public censors. Let them be restrained from recreation and conversation with strangers. Let them be deprived until they are driven to murmuring, and then let them be dismissed as persons pernicious to others by bad example. So basically they're saying that they know that what they did to that person is unjust. So what they're going to do is they're not going to dismiss them right away, but instead harass them until they start murmuring, quote unquote, and then they're going to say, oh, we dismiss them because of that, because they are pernicious to others. And that's something that if you're a targeted individual, that I know in my situation, I've been a targeted individual for 20 years, and that's exactly what they've been doing to me. And that's actually described in Isaiah 10. It says, woe unto them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed. So in other words, they're calling attention to bad things that they themselves have caused. For example, they'll persecute someone and try to drive them or provoke them into doing something. And then if the person actually does something to, for example, defend themselves, then they'll point at that and say, see, they're a bad person. I mean, that's exactly why Jesus said, if somebody does something bad to you, just love them in return. And the reason he said that was because he knew their tactics. He was giving us a heads up. He was saying, okay, they want you to do something so that they can try to prove that you're a bad person. So don't ever let them provoke you into doing something, even if it's in self-defense, which is obviously extremely difficult, right? Okay, so, but it's for the greater good. So here in chapter 11, it goes even further. It says, since those who are dismissed are at least conscious of some secrets, let them be persuaded to promise in writing that they will never write or speak anything injurious to the society, and at the same time let the superiors preserve in writing their evil inclinations, failings, and vices, which they themselves have at some time given according to the custom of the society. So it's talking about confessions here. It's saying that they are going to use their Catholic confessions against them. But it goes on to say it must be contrived that we may keep up an intimate correspondence with someone in the family in which the dismissed reside. And as soon as anything is discovered blamable or deserving of censure, let it be spread abroad amongst the common people by means of persons of inferior degree who are attached to us. So it's saying they're going to plant someone there that is close to that quote unquote enemy, who in reality is really a good person because they're just trying to take care of their own children there. I mean, it tells you that's just very in a straightforward way that they are actually targeting good people. And it says right here that they are planting people to spy on them. And as soon as they do anything that is deserving of censure, then they're gonna just spread the information to all the common people. But it says, if they commit nothing worthy of censure and conduct themselves in a praiseworthy manner, then let their virtues and actions which are deserving of commendation be depreciated by subtle insinuations and doubtful expressions until the esteem and confidence which is attached to them is diminished. And I can tell you guys, this is exactly what this network in the present time is doing. I can tell you, in fact, I was just telling you last week that that's what's happening to me, that it's never a direct accusation. It's always just these insinuations and these implications and rumors and things like that. That's how they work. So I mean, those of you that are targeted just know that's exactly what they're doing. And this was written in a book several hundred years ago.